August 4th, 2009, in Monterrey, Mexico, a woman stands in front of a luxurious hotel named the Fiesta Inn. This woman starts having a breakdown in public, freaks out, and starts ranting, talking about politicians, famous artists, the Queen of England, and how they're all in a secret society. They have all participated in murder and cannibalism. They run a secretive child trafficking scheme, and she had just been freed. Hello, and welcome to our podcast. I am the Grin, and joining me tonight is my lovely friend,
Amate.
And yes, welcome to our podcast. I think I already said that, but we're going to go with it. This is a place where we do not shy away from gruesome details, where some things may be triggering and hard to hear. This week, or today, I will be talking about conspiracy theories. So keep in mind that these are just theories. They are not facts. So with that, get yourself in the right space of mind and let's talk about dark shit. All right, are you ready?
Yes. You're excited, so yes.
Yeah. It's a little bit chilling, this one, but let's get into it. So this apparently is a very famous conspiracy kind of crime thing that occurred in Mexico that I did not know about until I was doing a little research and then stumbled across this video. So there is a video from a news outlet. This made it on the local news in Monterrey, where they were recording this woman having a meltdown. Now, this woman was in front of a luxurious hotel, and she was pointing at somebody who was hiding behind the door of the hotel, saying, "You need to go to prison. You need to go. I know what you did." And she starts talking about very famous and powerful individuals. She name drops a few people. And basically, this is just a big whole kind of case that hooked a lot of conspiracy theorists because we're talking about a lot of stuff. So, in order to make everything make a little bit more sense, I'm going to have Amate react to the news segment where this woman was caught in front of the hotel.
También ante la autoridad pudo ser sometida. Sin embargo, escuchemos qué fue lo que decía esta joven al momento que estaba protagonizando este escándalo en plena vía pública. Adelante.
Okay, so that's the end of the first clip. So in that first clip, I'm going to interpret what she is saying. She's saying that she just wanted her freedom. She kept repeating that over and over again. She went to Monterrey because she wanted to be freed. And that this is the part where she is pointing at somebody behind a door saying that you knew about this. You are going to get arrested. Amate, can you describe this woman?
Well, so the guy that she's yelling at, he just seems very calm, like he's not reacting to what she's saying. And it's kind of weird, honestly, to me. She's like facing the street or the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost, to me, it could mean different to others, but to me, I don't know, it almost seems like an act to me.
Okay.
That's what it seems like, because she is saying all this that's happening to her and then she wants her freedom, but I don't see actual crying, like
Yeah.
tears or anything.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. I get that with the first clip.
Yeah.
The first clip, she name drops somebody. She name drops Carlos Slim. Carlos Slim at the time was the most richest and powerful man in the world. And we're going to get to the theories of how or why she name dropped him and how she even knows things about him, because there are theories about it. But for now, we're going to skip to the next clip. Amate, when you're ready.
Who is she naming? Who are these people?
Okay, so now she name drops not only countries, again, the Queen of England, but she name drops a man named Mourinho. Now, people suspect that she is talking about Juan Camilo Mourinho, who at the time was a powerful man in Mexico. He was a politician. He was basically Felipe Calderon's right-hand man. Now, Juan Mourinho, this politician died under mysterious circumstances. He was on his private plane where the plane crashed. How the plane crashed, we don't know. It just crashed with him, including 16 other passengers. And they, I guess, tried to do an investigation, but the reports on the investigation was never revealed to the public.
Of course not. It's a politician who's very wealthy. They're never going to show that.
And this politician, before his death, was actually in charge of a case where he was gonna, basically it's like a sting. They were gonna bring some very powerful narcos, drug lords, down. And he had some very, I guess, shocking information that he was hiding.
So it wasn't a mystery of how he died. We know how he died. We're just not going to say it out loud.
Okay, we're not going to say it out loud. Again, these are just theories, what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, because nowhere is this made public.
Okay.
But like Amate was saying, you can make your own conclusions as to what I'm saying. Okay, and yes, she name drops, again, the Queen of England. And she name drops, again, she's pointing to the man behind.
She said something about a princess?
A princess of Gala? I think it's like a country.
Because she also said Russia.
Russia. She name drops other countries that they were a part of this. A part of what? We're going to get to on the third clip. Amate, whenever you're ready. describe the third clip?
So she is getting very hysterical because the police are getting closer to her and she's yelling at them and she's saying that they were a part of it, basically saying that they're cannibals. They've been eating other people,
Mm-hmm.
that they smell of human meat.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And at the very end, one of the female police officers just grabbed her by the neck or like around the face. Like,
yeah.
jeez.
So the third clip is what people are very fascinated about and or where they get the most of the conspiracy theories.
Because cannibalism?
Because of cannibalism. She's basically accusing Carlos Slim, the Queen of England, and these other powerful countries of participating in cannibalism. So...
I did not expect that.
Yes.
No, I did not.
So, how or why? Well, there are conspiracy theories that Monterrey, Mexico is a place where these powerful elite people go and gather because there is an underground kind of service thing that they provide where you can go and they provide child sex services.
That seems about correct because if you remember the case of Magdalena Solis,
Mm-hmm.
she's from Monterrey.
Yeah.
They found her there
Yeah.
because that's where all the women of the night would be.
Exactly. And also because they provide meat for them to consume, human meat. Now, I want to go back to the woman. Can you describe the woman? You said she was it seemed like she was acting, right?
Yes, because I didn't see any tears. She was wearing just normal looking clothes, just a red shirt, shorts, macrame maybe.
Yeah.
Really skinny.
Yeah.
Bony looking. And just hysterical. Just
Now,
hysterically screaming.
If you were to walk down the street and you see somebody like this, like just shouting and having a breakdown, what would come across your head?
To me, honestly, I would think like she's going crazy.
Like
she's having like
right?
a mental, no, not drugs. Honestly, to me, it seems more like a mental issue going on.
Like a mental breakdown? Okay.
Yeah, like a mental breakdown.
But you would think like she's just an average Joe.
Yes, she looks very average.
This woman is not an average Joe.
I'm not putting her down, but
this woman is not an average Joe. This woman is actually a supermodel.
Oh.
In Mexico. Yes, this woman, her name, I don't know if I mentioned her name yet. Her name is Gabriela Garcia Jimenez. And before this clip surfaced and before she had this breakdown, she was actually a very famous model in Mexico. And when you would search up her name before all of this, you could see like her body of work, like the runways, the shows, the photo sessions. There are people who have even said that she actually even made it to like the cover of Cosmo. She was not an average Joe. She was pretty famous. Hence why she was very skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you search up her name, all that comes up are just conspiracy theories. Mexico's biggest mystery. Gabriela Rico Jimenez. What happened to her? And if you try to look up like modeling career or like her previous body of work, you can't find it. And if you do stumble across a website that talks about her modeling past or anything like not related to this video, there's something wrong with the website. And I tested this theory by going and finding one of those websites. I click on it and I clicked on two actually. There's two of them that I found. One gave me a warning, hey, this site is full of viruses. And I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm not down for that. And then there was another one where I went on it and it said 404 error and just a black screen.
But so other people have said that she was a famous model,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't find anything of her work?
You can't find anything of her work. But
so you can't see any of her publications or runway videos?
No, because everything has been taken over by
weird.
this. Yeah.
So now it's just hearsay that she was somebody famous.
But people have been saying, hey, I have stuff that has her on these pictures. Now, it is pretty sketchy. Like, what do you mean? Like, we can't find anything of her. Like, no modeling past, like, none of these pictures or photographs or, like, brand deals that she's done. You can't find it. So it is kind of like, it's a possibility because I've heard artists have done it. So
You can include Beyonce where she tried
No.
to get that one
no,
picture because I've seen it
I'm
afterwards.
gonna include another one. I'm gonna include Jennifer Lawrence. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Jennifer Lawrence, at one point, it was back when Sony got hacked by North Korea and released like nude and private
celebrity
pictures
nude
of
pictures.
these celebrities, and one of them was Jennifer Lawrence. So her nude photos was everywhere. You just type in Jennifer Lawrence nude and it comes up. Now, or what Jennifer Lawrence did to get over that or get through that so people can't find those anymore, I can't remember exactly the name that she used, but she basically did like a lipstick thing where if you go Jennifer Lawrence nude, or she would do crazy poses, Jennifer Lawrence, kind of like the position she was in, it pops out something else.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You can't find her nude photos anymore. When you type in a certain thing, she made it so popular that when you type in Jennifer Lawrence nude, instead of like her naked picture, it's like the lipstick that she's wearing or her nude look.
How is I don't understand how that's okay. Jennifer Lawrence, yeah, everybody knows her,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not as big as like say Beyonce, who really hated that one picture that was just taken at a bad angle and timing, where she wanted that picture gone.
Yeah.
But you could still find it.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand how Jennifer Lawrence was able to cover that up. It's still out there. It's just covered.
It's
right?
just covered. Exactly.
Okay. I still don't understand how, but okay.
So basically what she did is well, not her. I'm assuming her team. Yeah. I'm assuming her team came out with this like bright idea where you sign certain deals and use certain words where like the average Joe, like the public goes and types in certain things. Instead, like other things were popping up. Like I said, her makeup look or like this brand deals that she's doing.
I'm gonna test this out later.
Yeah, you should test it out. It was freaky. It was very freaky.
Okay.
But yeah, like Jennifer Lawrence, like you said, Jennifer Lawrence isn't as famous as like someone like Beyonce, but neither is this woman.
It's true.
Yes, and then the other thing that she was saying or she was mentioning on there was that she basically accused all these powerful people of participating in very sick acts, and she accused the police of knowing and not doing anything. Now, that night when she was taken into custody, an anonymous internet user posted online claiming, now this is, I'm going to be straight up, this is like an anonymous user. So you can think whatever you want about this. You can think it's not true, or if it is true, then there you go. But basically, this anonymous user said that he's a lawyer and he was working at the police station because he was meeting up a client. Now, he was there when he saw that they were bringing in this distraught woman into the police station. They put her in a room and she was still like just freaking out. He wanted to know what was wrong with her, so he went in, asked her if she was okay, and then she turns to him and says, "We're all dead. Like, they're gonna overtake us." And when he asked her, "What do you mean?" she said, It's too late for any of us. These people are so powerful. They have been kidnapping and murdering people, and nobody does anything about it. I escaped, but here's the end of the road for me." And when he wanted to ask her more, two men dressed in black suits walk into the interrogation room and basically escort him out. Now, he was able to get her name. And then when he went back the next day to find out what was like any updates on her, and he gave the station the name Gabriela Garcia Jimenez. They looked up the name and they said there's no person registered under that name.
That's weird because if she gave them her name, they would have written it down.
Yeah.
Unless they just she's crazy, she's a Jane Doe, she doesn't know who she really is, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Now, there was another thing that she was proclaiming before they arrested her, was that they were going to make a copy of her.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know if you caught that in the third clip. She's like, I'm not going to go with you to the police officer. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to make a copy of me.
How? What? What
yeah.
do you mean? I wouldn't think of drugs when I saw her in the video. I thought she was just mentally ill.
Right?
Especially saying all that. So what are you talking about? How are they going to make a twin out of you?
So people are speculating that the powerful elites have found a way to make copies of people and make duplicates. And that's what she was referring to. Now, why is she name dropping so many powerful people? Well, it is believed that this woman used to be a model, and some people have said that she was actually dating one of Carlos Slim's sons before she had her breakdown, which would make some sense if this were true, because then, yes, she would have insight on certain things that were going on.
True, but she kind of made it seem like she was held captive. Mm-hmm. If you're dating one of the powerful men's sons, that's not... well, it could be kept. I guess it could be, depending on how much you know and how powerful the family is.
Exactly.
I don't know what to think about it right now. I'm
You're like, is it true? Could it? Okay, and then the next part that I wanted to talk about was...
it's funny that you're talking about this right now, especially with the whole, in the past couple of weeks, the whole P. Diddy...
That is so fucking crazy. When I looked this up, I was going to say, excuse my language, but I already excused it in the intro.
I cuss all the time, I think.
That's true. We do it all the time. But yes, that was another part or reason why this video really hooked me is, think what you want about this and about everything that I'm mentioning, but this is very plausible. There are powerful people out there who basically have done this.
Yeah, there's powerful people who have a hold over people, over other celebrities and politicians. And for example, P. Diddy, he did the whole producers and whoever else is in that kind of realm.
Yes.
And then there's Epstein.
Yes.
Who had that realm.
And we have to use the word allegedly because...
Allegedly.
Damn it. Yeah.
Yes, damn it.
That's how powerful these people are. So we have to use things like that.
Allegedly.
Even though a lot of things are being presented to the public where fuck, these people have done that. Epstein's island, and now even Diddy's whole... Is it an island?
That P. Diddy had an island as well?
No, or was it just...
I think what I remember seeing is that he was bringing people back to his...
mansion, right?
His mansion, yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. And how he's, silencing a lot of celebrities. But a lot of them are
because he has things over them.
Yeah. And now that the FBI... I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on it, but, the FBI is, the last thing I read about it is they were summoning or trying to get things out of Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, I just seen that the other day.
Yeah.
That he was seen hanging out and being good friends with P.
He was in on it. So
that'd be crazy.
This is very plausible, people. This isn't far-fetched. Maybe back in 2009, people were like, yeah, you're crazy. But now when you look back at it, you're like, I don't know. And people have always said that, or have had theories that the royal family have participated in very questionable things. One of them being cannibalism, which I did not know until I was looking into this. Yeah.
I know nothing about the royal
There
family.
is a conspiracy theory that, before I ran into that one, I ran into another one that was mentioning, I guess he's a king now, King Charles, that he is a vampire. Which that one, I was like, okay, we're just going to brush over that.
But the very old man
man who is aging, yes. But the reason people believe that is because of a skin disease that he has, where he is, I guess he's very, the sunlight basically hurts him.
Oh, there's issue. There's
Right?
random people out there who have that.
Unique
Unique,
conditions.
Yeah.
But because he has that, people are saying that he's a vampire. But I'm not here to talk about that. You can take that what you will. You can go look deeper into it if you
I've
wish
seen
to.
pictures of him out in the sun, though.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about was the whole, like, them being cannibals. There have been a lot of conspiracy theories about that family consuming meat, human meat, and that is the practice that they've had for years or for ages because
To gain power.
to gain power.
That's what I've seen it before. People are cannibals because, well, this is, I think you have to be mentally ill to consume another human.
Mhm.
But these people, I've heard some of them say that, maybe this is just movies, where they say like they consume others to gain the power from them, to make themselves more powerful.
Mhm. Dracula. Vlad the Impaler.
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, like that one was kind of questionable. But the whole copying thing, when she said that, I was interested about that. Like, what do you mean by copying? Like, they're making another person out of you? What's going on there? Well, it's not that far-fetched either. Apparently, now we're going to go deeper into other, like, topics about, like, the powerful making
Are you going to go into lizard people?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to go into how the government has information or your DNA stored somewhere where they can basically make a duplicate out of you. How they do this, yes.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. For the people who do the whole, what is it called? 23andMe.
I was going to mention that right now, yeah.
If you're supposed to, come on, get a kit, send in your DNA and send it off.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell has your DNA now? They're going to keep it in their system.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
No. Of course, yeah, that makes sense. And I was also going to say, supposedly there was also like theories of Avril Lavigne. Yeah, Avril Lavigne.
That was so crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've heard
supposedly that she was taken over by another person that looks just like her, but she's more calmer and she's preppier.
Because have you seen like the before and afters? Like,
Yes.
And her attitude, just in general. But people change.
Yeah, it could be aging.
It could be aging. People change.
Yeah.
You know, as the years go by, you're supposed to gain wisdom and.
Yeah, you change. Everybody changes, but
unless you're
that was
Madonna.
one of them that I heard.
I was like, unless you're Madonna.
We're talking about lizard people still, right?
Yes. So again, that one is very plausible. Making copies, the whole underground thing, plausible as well. Well, people wanted to know what happened to, or what was her fate, Gabriela's. And when you search up whatever happened to her, there's not a lot of info. Now, there is one theory that people or somebody saw that she was taken to a mental facility. Now, when they try to look up where this mental facility is located, apparently it's located in Buenos Aires, Colonia. Now, Buenos Aires is not in Mexico. Buenos Aires is in Argentina. But in Monterrey, there's a street called Argentina. And that street has a mental facility located there.
So they try to throw people off?
Yeah.
You know what I also thought of?
What?
Oh, no, never mind. You probably couldn't even look it up.
What?
Like, when was she ever considered missing? Was anybody looking for her?
That's the issue. When you look up her name, the only thing that comes up is this. You can't look up anything about her. What was her fate? We don't know. Although, if that one guy who stated that he saw her at that station is true and what she said is true, then she knew that that was her last night.
Yeah. Doesn't help that supposedly this man also saw two guys wearing black, like Men in Black, going in there.
Yeah. Although, you know what? Men in Black, I don't know. I kind of believe it.
I believe in aliens, so that could possibly
Oh,
be
I
true.
absolutely, most definitely believe in aliens.
I do.
I'm actually, so before I got to, or before I did this kind of like, I don't want to say case,
Theory.
but like theory, yeah, this episode, I was actually going to present Amate with something very, very different. But this one kind of hooked me a little bit. I know it's a little bit all over the place, but I wanted to do like a different style, like just have a conversation about this. Because if I present the more crazier ones, which I was telling Maddie before we started like recording this, there's some pretty dark shit out there that really got me thinking. And in order for me to do that, I have to like get resources to back up these claims.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But I wanted to do something small for you guys. A little taste. Because we were also noticing that we were doing a lot of like true crime stuff instead of conspiracy theories, which we promised that we would. So this is me making it up to you guys. Presenting a small little slice of this clip, which I will also be uploading on Instagram if you guys want to see just a snippet of it. Of the videos. Okay.
And then you guys can tell us, like, does she actually look like she's in fear and terror? Drugs? Is this mental?
It could be. It could be all mental. It could be, there could be something more sinister behind it. But yes, it might be something that we might never know. Especially if you're like name dropping very powerful people out there in public.
Yeah, I've never heard of this case or this theory.
No?
There you go, this theory.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy because I didn't even know that it was shown on the local news.
What did the local news say?
The local news just said there's a distraught woman outside of a hotel. And then the news clip or the news camera just goes straight to her. And then you see just her ranting. And there were people like passing by and they were just recording with their phones.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Did you find any videos of other people's views?
People were just walking down the street just recording with their phone. And then she was just taken.
Interesting. Very interesting about all the things that she was saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say that it can't be true because things nowadays, like a lot of crap can be true.
Yeah. And then Amate did bring up a great point. Like the whole celebrities being called out now about some very illegal actions that they might have participated in. This seems kind of plausible, you guys. I mean, yeah, she could be mentally ill, but I mean, it's not crazy to think that this is actually true. And she somehow escaped.
So if this was on the news, did they ever go up to that man that she was yelling behind the door, the glass door?
And that was the next thing. They never zoomed into that man because you said
you can clearly see him.
No, you said that he looked like calm.
Yeah.
That's not him.
That wasn't him that she was yelling at?
No, that's one of the workers at the hotel.
I don't even see anybody else. I just saw him.
No, you can't see him.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? This could also be like that lady on the airplane calling out that guy. He is not real.
I was like, who is she yelling at? Although, if that were happened to me, Amate knows this. I'm very frightful of heights, frightful of flying. If I see somebody storming out saying that, I'm walking out with them. I'm like, okay, I'll catch y'all on the next flight. I'm booking another flight. I'm catching another flight.
I'll meet you guys in a little after my cruise. I'll take a ferry there.
It's okay. I'll just stay in Italy. I'll be fine. But yeah, that's also true. Yeah. We never is she just crazy?
Oh, no, I actually looked into it. I was trying to find out more from that one. Supposedly, I forgot what this lady does as a career, But supposedly it was just all a hoax, she said.
Oh.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that's also true. People get paid to say certain things.
Yeah, like she was trying to bring, I think, more notice to her and her career, whatever she does. I honestly feel that she was lying. I feel like she actually saw something and she was told to hush about it. And so she was just like, oh, it was just a hoax.
Damn.
It was nothing.
Damn.
Okay, that just makes me sound more into like I believe every conspiracy theory, but that's what I believe.
Amate really doesn't. And I wanted to prove that by presenting another one to her, but in order for me to do that, I need to gather up more research for it, and then I'll really make her think.
Yeah, sorry, this one won't keep me up at night. I believe this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is completely going off on theories now, but or folklore or whatever. Because
It's okay. We're gonna have a conversation.
They scared me.
Yeah.
Because they can pretend to be somebody else's voice. Like you can be in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I hear your voice in the next room, which is not the bathroom, and I'm thinking you're over there, calling me to go over there, and all of a sudden like you just came out of the bathroom. You were just over there.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe them, but still, like just hearing stories about it, it's really creepy.
Yeah. Imagine. Dang, that's pretty scary. Oh no, actually one that's actually pretty recent, very recent actually, is the whole Vegas thing. How aliens crashed in that one family's backyard and they saw tall people and a cop actually caught the video on his body cam.
A cop did?
A cop, because he pulled somebody over and he was around the area and he caught everything on his body cam.
I don't remember seeing that video, but I remember seeing another video of supposedly the people who saw it and they're videotaping it. They're pointing, but I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I have bad eyesight, so maybe that's why. But also around that same time, I think it was in Peru. Supposedly there was talks of this one little part of the island in Peru about aliens and that all the men in that island or that part of Peru are staying awake at night because of these aliens or whatever these beings were coming and stealing things or stealing kids or something.
Oh.
Yeah. This was a few months
you know what? I do remember hearing something about Peru. And wasn't this around the same time as Mexico presenting their alien...
The tall walking aliens?
No, not the tall walking aliens. The alien little mummies that they found. Bodies.
Yeah, that came
it
afterwards, yeah.
Kind of makes you think. Why certain billionaires are trying to leave the planet and others are spending an enormous amount of money creating underground bunkers. What do they know that we don't?
Who's trying to leave the planet?
Well, Jeff Bezos is trying to figure out how to launch and go and conquer Mars or whatever. Not conquer Mars. I don't want to say that because that's not factual. But basically is trying to figure out if humans can go on Mars and live.
Okay, hasn't that been talked about ever since?
But he's like...
I was like in 6th grade or something, 4th grade.
But haven't you seen like his space launches and things?
No.
Like he's very like...
I think that
they want
Elon Musk has...
And Elon Musk, yeah.
Some kind of rocket or whatever.
But Zuckerberg, this one was released on the news. Where in Hawaii, he spent like, what, $273 million on a bunker in Hawaii.
See, I heard, allegedly a theory, that all these guys that you're just talking about, the big named millionaire, billionaire status men, that they have meetings and they know things that are going to happen.
Exactly.
And so if he's getting a freaking bunker, what's going to happen?
We want to know.
That is creepy.
Yeah. Which is a little snippet of what I wanted to present. I really wanted to talk about something else today, but I just couldn't gather enough info on it to actually present it. Otherwise, well, this one's getting kind of all over the place. We're just having a discussion on conspiracies. But yeah, I want to present this whole theory how, you know how Elon Musk is creating this thing, this chip that can go inside your brain?
No, I hear nothing about this. I don't pay attention.
Well, this one is mostly on Twitter. Well, he owns Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, where you rant. Anyways, he tweeted, blurb, said something about his successful trials. There is a human out there that does have a chip in their brain, and it's been, I guess, pretty successful. Where I guess the whole goal is to basically just think about something and then, like, for example, think that I want to call my mom, and then your phone just calls your mom for you.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And there is like studies being done that your brain is actually getting smaller as years go by. Humans' brains are getting smaller because they don't have to know as much as they used to.
That makes sense.
I mean,
honestly.
there are cars out there that are driving for us. We don't even have to drive.
They still crash though.
That's another thing, but hey, they do it.
I don't like that though. The whole, if that is true, that if you just think of, I want to call my mom, I'm going to call my mom, the phone's going to do it for me.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. There's a lot of people who have messed up thoughts out there. I don't like that. No.
That's pretty crazy.
No.
And these are just theories, so don't come for us, but
They're theories. They're fun little things to get people talking and thinking and saying, no, maybe. I love that we started off with, could be a mental disorder. Cannibals? Power? Of a place in Mexico into this.
a whole can of different things.
It's not even, we're not even going in a circle. We're going,
We're just
freaking,
going
like,
deeper
scribble.
and deeper. Now, it would be very, very interesting to get some of your guys' opinions on this. It's a safe space, you know. Bring up any theories that you want us to talk about that we will gladly research. Amate's right. We started one way and ended up somewhere completely different. But yeah, some of these things really make me think, you guys.
Well, yeah, because we started off on one topic and now we're like 20 topics later.
We created a rabbit hole. Yeah, I know there's a lot of new listeners out there.
I know.
Thank you so much
Within the
for
past few days.
actually, like, following us and giving us a try, and yeah, all of that. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
incredible. If you don't know, you can feel free to follow us on our socials, which are Instagram, YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, TikTok.
The occasional TikTok.
The occasional TikTok. I would mean the world to us. Thank you so much to all you new listeners.
And a lot of our listeners are from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, and to the new listeners too. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Again, in the beginning, I did kind of mention that we mainly, I didn't even catch it. Amate's the one who caught it, and my brother too. He's a listener. That we mainly do cases that involve true crime. We've yet to discuss.
Except for one of them that I
Except
did.
for one of them, that's right. Well, except for two of them.
Munchausen,
and then the dolls. It's not really
true.
He didn't kill anybody, but what he did was pretty insidious.
Yes.
But yes, if you want us to talk about that more, then we can. Then these, if you want us to talk about these kind of things like conspiracy theories, let us know some topics that we can definitely research. And also, what else was I going to say? Oh, and what kind of crime do you guys want us to do? Because the other day, Amate and I were looking up at the number of views that we get and
you guys
listeners.
like the cannibal cases.
You guys like some dark ass shit, which I mean,
You guys are sick.
which you know
I'm
what?
kidding.
You know what? Fair. This is a channel that's called Let's Talk About Dark Shit. So yeah, You guys really want some dark ass shit out there, so I
But
guess
it is very interesting that a lot of we get more views on the cannibal case.
we do. We get a shit ton of listeners on like the really dark ones. So, I mean, if you want me to present more of those, I can. There's some pretty sick people out there. And hey, I can execute. I didn't mean it like that. Oh shit. I can present. How ironic.
You're so cheesy. No, I'm kidding.
But yes, thank you so much, you guys. This episode was a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed listening nonetheless. But let's not forget about what I discussed first. Let us know what you think about Gabriela's case. And I hope you can catch the clip on Instagram. And with that, remember to be well
Be safe.
and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.